This crash was so big, it changed the world of racing forever. I'll also show the crash where one driver went airborne, the incident which began as a mini collision but ended horribly. Gotta start with this crash. This incident was so big, it gave Mercedes a nightmare.
On board with George Russell. Yes, because he gets onto the grass.
What the f was he doing? Honestly. What the
That's Valtteri Bottas and George Russell who are out of this race.
Damn, that was brutal. But this race start was even more brutal. Because when this driver, Nico Hülkenberg, tried to overtake, his entire world went upside down.
They're really fancied with some top speed down there and move. And that is the Renault going over and over and over and out of this race.
Man, that's scary. But guys, that was just a level 2 crash. Later, we'll show the biggest crash, which changed racing forever. But first, you gotta see what happened at the Belgian Grand Prix. Because right at the race start, when Romain Grosjean collided with Hamilton, this happened.
Let's make a good start on pole. Hamilton's contact. Oh, and he's hit the Lotus. Romain Grosjean over the top of Alonso. Alonso's out. Hamilton's out. Kobayashi's out. Real drama.
Also, for all the legends out there, just so you know, Fernando Alonso was the biggest loser here, as he lost the 2012 championship because of this. But Schumacher lost big too, because ever since Schumacher debuted in F1, no, not Michael the GOAT, his son Mick, ever since he joined F1, he has crashed a lot. I mean, way lot.
Tyres up.
Oh dear.
And lost it. Through Massenet into Casino Square.
But his crash in Saudi was the biggest, because when he started his flying lap in qualifying, he pushed way too much, and so this happened.
Yeah, I'm confident.
Oh, two tyres coming loose as he hit the wall as well.
Luckily, nothing happened to him. By the way, these crashes are only going to get bigger and bigger, like this incident. It was the Tuscan Grand Prix. Max Verstappen got a terrible start. He'd already dropped from P3 to P12 by the first corner. But just when things couldn't get any worse for him, this happened.
Alex Albon under pressure as well, and there's a tangle there, and it's the McLaren, and Carlos Sainz has been spun round. In the Alfa Romeo, he goes up into the air, he hits Grosjean, he hits Verstappen.
4 cars collided, leaving a bunch of debris on track. But guys, that was nothing. Because literally a few minutes later, when the safety car came back in and the race restarted, disaster happened. But let them clear the debris first, and we'll come back to it. Meanwhile, you gotta see this ridiculous crash that happened in the US. Because when Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Steve Park were racing hard, this happened.
Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another power valve over on his lid. It's Park and Dale Jr. Here's another look at it. He was trying to go on the outside of Rusty.
Man, that was brutal. But not as brutal as this incident, because when Mark Webber was trying to overtake, this happened.
Oh no! Mark Webber's gone right up there. Oh, Mark.
He was trying to slipstream the Lotus.
Thank God he was okay. But before I show you the big disaster that happened in that Tuscan Grand Prix, you gotta see this incident first. Because when Charles Leclerc in his Ferrari was racing, at first, it was going normally. But then...
Charles Leclerc! And that is a very big accident involving Charles Leclerc as well. Just seen a huge accident at the Parabolica.
Are you okay?
What a big crash.
Glad he's okay. But did you know, a famous incident also happened on this track? When Lewis Hamilton came out after a pit stop, Max Verstappen was right behind him. And well, we all know what happens when they get close.
It's wheel to wheel, Hamilton and Verstappen, and they are both out! This time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out as Hamilton came from his pit stop.
Man, these guys are crazy. But this crash was crazy too, because even though it started as a minor touch, it ended horribly.
Oh, look out! Trouble further back! It is Ryan Preece, barrel rolling down the back straightaway, end over end, side over side, as the car breaks loose in a horrific crash.
That was brutal. Glad he's okay. But this incident was simply not okay, because when the Canadian Grand Prix started, everything seemed normal at first, but then Carlos Sainz and Romain Grosjean thought, how's that possible? And so, crash.
Straight into the barriers goes Carlos Sainz and also Felipe Massa.
I have no idea what's happened, man. Somebody just pushed me completely.
That was just ridiculous, but I'm glad nobody was hurt. But there's one driver who's continuously hurting motorsport, and he is none other than Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll. Well, what can I say about Lance Stroll?
Crashes Brendan Hartley, and he's got tangled up with Lance Stroll.
A legend.
Never seen a Formula 1 car crash like that on the exit.
The GOAT.
Can you stay out on this condition? Can you stay out?
He is the reason behind some of the most ridiculous moments in racing history, but he showed his finest skills in the US Grand Prix. Because when the actual GOAT, Fernando Alonso, was about to pass Stroll, this happened.
Fernando Fernando Alonso goes off the track and he's made contact with Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin.
You okay?
Yes, mate. Very late move.
Do you think that Stroll should race anymore in F1? Comment below. But first, you've got to see what happened in Brazil. Because on lap 36, when Eddie Irvine moved left to lap Eric Bernard, he failed to spot Jos Verstappen, who was on his left, and thus disaster.
I wonder it didn't knock him out cold.
4 cars got involved in this. Martin Brundle escaped this crash with no injuries, even though Verstappen's tyre did touch Brundle's helmet. Now that's a miracle. But finally, here's what happened at that Tuscan Grand Prix. When all the debris was cleared and safety car went back in, everybody was hoping to see a great battle, especially at the front, since Hamilton in his Mercedes was right behind his then teammate Bottas. But since Hamilton was right behind him, Bottas took full time to put temperature into his tyres. Now this was uncommon, as usually a driver doesn't take that much time to restart, and some drivers at the back did not know that Bottas hadn't restarted yet. They thought the race already started, and so disaster.
Lights gone green and Bottas is away. There's a big crash at the back and that is the Alfa Romeo.
It was almost.
Oh, that's not good.
And the front hadn't yet accelerated. The back of the pack decided the race was back underway, and
That was stupid from whoever was at the front. They want to kill us or what?
Man, I'm just glad no one got hurt. But now that we're at the top 3 crashes of this video, they're the biggest ones ever. Like the major incident that happened at Le Mans. When Peter Dumbreck in his Mercedes was racing with the Toyota in front, this happened.
Again, this is an awful accident. And that looks horrifically like... but that's a big impact. Look at the earth thrown up.
This serious aerodynamic flaw was seen not once, not twice, but thrice in that week. 3 times the car flipped in the air like that, but at least the driver survived, thank God. But this crash was simply crazy, because when Daniel Juncadella hit the wall towards the exit, it created chaos.
Major damage to the car, but we'll keep you informed. Oh no! Oh, mayhem! And there's millions of dollars of damage here.
16 cars were involved in this crash. 16. Only 4 cars came back to the pits. Now that's just ridiculous. But finally, here's the level 15 crash, the unseen moment of the incident between Hamilton and Verstappen. It was the British Grand Prix. Verstappen and Hamilton are fighting hard for the championship. In all the races, it had been a close battle, but this was the UK. So obviously Hamilton's the home favourite, and pressure on Verstappen, but that didn't stop him. He gets a decent start and leads the Grand Prix, but Hamilton's still right behind him. Both were racing hard. But just when they reached the Copse corner, disaster.
Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside, a continent touch! Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen coming together. Hamilton continues. Verstappen is out of the race and that's a big crash.
Max was shell-shocked. I guess anybody would be. But thank God he survived. And after all the medical centre checkups, he was okay.